What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Talking Elite Fitness, late night edition. It's like almost midnight where Lauren is. Thank you for accommodating our schedules, Lauren. I'm Sean Woodland, joined by Lauren Khalil and Tommy Marquez. How you guys doing?
Great. The good news is I got 10 and a half hours of sleep last night,
I
so I'm rested going into this.
had like 10.5 hours of sleep in years. I got
That's how
7
much you
hours the
get in
other
a
day.
week.
I got 7 hours the other day. I felt like $1,000,000. Like it was
I keep trending towards Sean territory in terms of my overall sleep total. So
well
Baby
guaranteed
life.
to be that way for a long time. So get used to it.
Buckle up.
Yep. Well, we got a lot we want to talk about today. Big announcement regarding the CrossFit Games. Uh, like getting the band back together. Basically, got some business stuff to talk about and some stuff going on with the WFP as they are getting closer to their finals. But before we get into any of that, I want to thank our sponsor for today, and that is Thirdzy and their Rest and Recovery Collagen. If you did not take advantage of their Black Friday sale, first of all, who do you think you are? Second of all, how
Shame. Shame.
but you can still enjoy fantastic savings with our code Thirdzy. Go to thirdzy.com. You use the code TEF. You'll be able to save 20% on their Rest and Recovery Collagen. It is fantastic stuff. I cannot recommend it enough, especially if you're going to be on the road and your sleep schedule is going to be a little, you're going to want to take the Thirdzy with you. It doesn't have any melatonin in it, so it's not habit forming. It has magnesium, L-theanine, GABA, and those ingredients are in there to help calm your central nervous system, help you get to sleep faster, stay asleep longer, and get the most out of your sleep so you wake up feeling tip top. All right.
mhm.
Thirdzy.com. Use the code TEF. They still have the salted chocolate caramel. Still rocking
They
that.
do for
Yep.
Check
now.
that out. It's while supplies last. All right. Thirdzy.com.
And I've
TEF.
been getting a lot of that one, so
Yeah, it's
beware.
man. It's pretty good. I love that stuff. Like it is just the perfect way to end the night before you hit the sack. So
Have you
good
mixed them
people
again,
make
Tommy?
product.
I have. I've been testing
The
various
ratios,
amounts.
perfecting it.
hmm I think I gotta lean a little bit more strawberry heavy
Mm,
because that salted chocolate caramel tends to dominate the
yeah,
mixture. But
you're like Walter White with that stuff. Let it cook. Yeah. Okay.
it's
Um,
not coming out that pure blue.
no.
No, it's not.
All right. Let's start with just some basic business stuff. Uh,
hmm
some of you may have heard that Gym Reapers has acquired Victory Grips. What do we know about that?
Yeah,
Lauren, do you have a little bit more insight?
Yeah.
Yeah, I spoke to Vic with Victory Grips a couple months ago, and him and I were just chatting, and he kind of gave me insight to, this was a decision that him and his family wanted to make, and they've also seen the trajectory with Gym Reapers as they've been, entering the space and kind of expanding in the fitness space. And I think he said his wife actually wants to start a donut shop or a bakery, and it'll just give him more bandwidth to do that. But he very much is still going to be involved with the grips that everybody has known and loved. And it's really just going to be an extension of what Gym Reapers already offers. You still can actually go to the Victory Grips website. I don't know if or when that will disappear and everything will transition on Gym Reapers, but you can also get the Victory grips on Gym Reapers
Okay.
website. But it very much feels like your one-stop shop for all different stuff with Gym Reapers. They have apparel, they have equipment, now they have grips. And as we've seen them take over the space, I think
Yeah.
Masters Games, yeah, is where they
Mhm.
sponsored. And now we're seeing them at Wadapalooza. It seems very in line with everything that they're doing in the CrossFit and fitness space as a whole.
Yeah, signing more athletes, and also it's an interesting way of like starting a new division. You see an athlete that might, create their own grips or go create their own line of something. We haven't seen a lot of acquisitions like
Mm.
this in the space, but it's cool for Gym Reapers that they're in a place where they want to invest, and why not reinvent the wheel? If they like what Victory Grips products are, then you know
Mhm.
acquisition is the way to go.
Yeah, and there's really not, and I'm going to think before I say this, but there's really not anybody in the space that, I mean, Rogue Fitness obviously you can go get everything, or like,
Yeah, including Victory Grips, I think.
yeah, but there's there's really not like a place like that. I mean, you
Mhm.
have footwear and different stuff, but yeah, I mean, good on them for going all in. I mean, because there's an opportunity here for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah. People tend
Yeah,
to
and they're like
kind
the
of I was gonna say self-select into like buckets, right? Like you either in apparel, maybe you're in equipment a little bit,
Mm.
maybe you dabble in one or two things, but yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, that's a little bit of news item we wanted to get out there. Speaking of other news items, so let's get to World Fitness Project because their finals are now what, 2 weeks away?
Hmm.
2 weeks
When do
away.
you leave, Tommy?
I leave on a week from this upcoming Sunday. Yeah, does that make sense?
All right.
Yeah. I'm like, time is a
Yes.
flat circle right now.
Is that a
Yep.
direct flight out of
No,
SF?
no. I leave a week from this upcoming Monday. It is a direct, well, not quite. I fly to Germany first,
Mm,
Munich,
nice.
and then hop
Almost
over.
direct.
Almost.
More or less direct. All right.
To get the big chunk out, then it's just a hop, skip, and a jump over once I'm over in that area. But yeah.
Well, since you're the your person all things WFP here, and I'm sure you're gearing up for that final event. So
Mhm.
what's the latest now? Because we have a couple more athletes who've now dropped out, and all the events have been announced. Right? There's 9 events for the finals. Correct?
Yeah. So with a multi-scored event to start day one, Alexis Raptis and Danielle Brandon have withdrawn and been backfilled accordingly. Alexis has been dealing with some stuff like
Mhm.
injury stuff like that. Don't know the full scoop on Danielle just yet, but it seems like a combination of just competing a lot for a lot of these athletes and managing injury. But uh, two backfills are already in, and then 4 days ago on the YouTube channel, full workouts reveal was released with one more, and I believe there's also um, kind of a breakdown or recap with Annie and Katrin
Mhm.
as well for the workouts. So there are, yeah, like Sean said, technically uh, 9, but first event is 2 scored.
Okay.
You have a swim, 500-meter time trial in the pool. Uh, b- Um, and then a ski, kind of similar to rinse and repeat, ski erg, swim, and then just a whole slew of events. I really like the bookends of this programming. I don't know if if you haven't already, go watch that video, go check it out. Do a better job of kind of breaking everything down and Will giving his insight and input as to why he programmed each one of these
Mhm.
and his thought process behind it. But they're not going to be shortchanged for sure. And
Cool.
some interesting elements like single arm devil's press, single arm overhead squat. Um,
Single arm overhead squat is a tough movement.
yeah,
You've ever messed with
that
that? It's just not
that's
fun.
I love it because I've got great shoulder
I
mobility.
hate it. It's always some like weird twist. It's just not.
It is a twist.
For me, it
I
requires me
ain't
to
got time.
like stare at the dumbbell the entire time,
See,
like in this very
Oh.
weird like position.
feel like a
But
pretzel.
yeah.
Here's an idea I want to run by you, and I just said
Mhm.
this just popped into my head as you were talking, and a part of me thinks that look, this is not an ideal time, holiday season to have and I'm not saying that people are dropping out because of that, but it is the end of the season. But there is a giant kind of hole in the CrossFit season calendar, the competitive calendar in the first 2 months,
Mhm.
January and February. You remember Wadapalooza was kind of the unofficial like kickoff of the season. Why
Yeah.
not do something like NASCAR does? Because they kick things off. NASCAR kicks their season off with their biggest race of the year, the Daytona 500. So
Yeah.
why not kick off the season with your championship? Like, why not bump that into 2026 or bump it into
Mm.
the fall, like next year, bump it into 2027 to kick things off to when, because I feel like this time of year, not that, people have a lot of stuff that they're thinking about,
Yeah.
holiday season. We've been through the whole season pretty much. And now people are kind of winding down. Like, why not help ramp it up to the open? I mean, I think that would be kind of the ideal time to schedule something like that.
It's possible. I hadn't really thought of it that way. That's an interesting proposal. Um,
Because it
hmm.
would have marinated long enough. Now you'd have to shift the whole schedule later, right? But
Mhm.
you could take like November, December off, just like pretty much everyone else does. And then as the season starting to ramp up, January, February, people getting ready for the Open, you've got this championship event going on that you can kind of whet your appetite a little bit, and then bam, we're into the Open. Now I know obviously the two of those things are not affiliated, but there's still I think more hype around the sport at that time than there is now.
Yeah. Because my initial instinct was to move it earlier. Like it's almost like a week or two too late. You know,
Mhm.
like if you go earlier, because that's where Dubai used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dubai used to be first or
First
second
week of
weekend.
December.
Yeah, first, and sometimes the second weekend of December. And
Mhm.
that was always like, hey, you can go knock this out. It's a really good competition opportunity. And then there's still enough time to kind of wind down, enjoy the holidays, kind of reset for a few weeks, and then like slowly get into it. So it's almost just like just a little bit of tweaking here and there.
Yeah.
But it's kind of that NASCAR like Daytona idea is kind of intriguing too.
I just think it would behoove them to take advantage of the natural hype around the ecosystem at that time.
Hmm. Yeah, it's not
I
a bad
think I
idea.
would agree with Sean because when I think right now of what am I doing? What am I interested in? And it's like, and I don't even have kids and a family. I'm a single human that I have all of these extended family obligations. I'm thinking of, okay, I got to
Mhm.
go shopping for these people. I got to go to this party and that party and whatever. But then come January, I'm like, oh, I'm so bored. I need something to do. I need something to watch. What's
Yeah.
going on? There's no like real sports on right now that I kind of like Sean's idea to move it up because even the
First
fact
set
that
of plates.
Wadapalooza is
Mhm.
later, I'm kind of upset about that. I'm happy in the
Mm.
fact that, the weather is probably going to be better, but it doesn't really give me something to look forward to, especially living in upstate New York when January and February are very long months. Very long.
So
I
wait, you don't isn't that usually when you have, like, a really cool resolution that you 100% stick to every time
yeah.
in early
No,
January that you're focused on?
no.
Yeah.
That was a that was a rhetorical question.
Yeah.
I think that there's an opportunity for them to kind of take center stage where people are, to your point, Lauren, over the holidays. Here in the United States, it's all about football season, bowl season's coming up. It's like no one. That's where everyone's attention is. Uh,
Yeah.
Basketball started. We have all four majors going right now. Like let's get to January, February. Let the Super Bowl happen, right? And maybe do WFP a couple weeks before the Open. So everyone's like, and I don't know, the athletes might.
Mm,
I think that's enough time for them to like compete and then taper off, so they can do one. Those people can fall out of a boat and make the next stage. Like, so it's not going to be detrimental to their performance at the Open.
Yeah.
But I think that would be, if I'm WFP, I'd take a serious look at that for 2026, 2027.
Mm. Could provide an early activation for athletes too, as, like,
Yeah.
calendars reset on sponsorships and
Mhm.
hmm.
Crowning a champion right off the bat, man. Let's go big. NASCAR,
Mhm.
Daytona 500, biggest race of the season. And actually, kind of the Arnold is like that too. Arnold
I
Strongman
didn't
Classic is like kind of the culmination of their season, their qualifying season in Ohio, and they do it at the Arnold, and it's a big deal. And then you got April, May, June, the whole rest of the year. So
damn. That's a
that's a freebie.
I
I'm throwing that out there for
yeah.
more. I'd take advantage.
It's
I
good
like it.
advice,
Hmm.
Sean. I
Oh,
actually really like that idea. Oh.
Yeah, damn.
my headset
T
got
sh
turned
sh
on.
Oh, Sean, not a fan of the Gregorian calendar. He's
No,
saying,
screw it.
"Screw your calendar."
I'm a fan of the enthusiasm calendar, is what I'm a fan of.
I like
Mm.
that.
Yeah.
That's
Uh,
a football fan right there.
all right. Well, speaking of enthusiasm, how about here's a segue. People are excited, and we heard whispers of this possibly happening when we were at the age group CrossFit Games.
Mhm.
They are bringing the adaptives and the age groupers to San Jose, California, to compete in the week leading up to the CrossFit Games. I love this. I think it's
Mm.
fantastic. I like everybody being back together. I like the fact that they're going to have their separate days. That it's not bleeding into the individual thing, right? Like that. That's when you run into problems, or does it?
Well, it's the who kicks off. Is Masters kicked off? Sorry, I put it in my calendar today. Somebody kicks off the beginning and then everybody's together, but there's a couple different venues. Hold on, what month is it? August? No, July. Masters kick off early in the week. Then
Mhm.
through the weekend, starting on Friday, is individual, team, teen, and adaptive.
Okay.
Yeah. Which I
Which
That
early
masters have the most divisions, so that probably makes sense that they go
Okay. So
yeah.
earlier because
it does
so
over.
many.
They're all going to be at the same venue. Okay. Uh,
Kind of.
SAP.
E
No, San Jose
SAP and
Convention
something
Oh, convention
else.
Sa
center. Okay. All right.
and
I
the
don't know. Yeah,
convention
Yeah.
that's right
center.
down the street. That's literally right
Yeah.
down the street. Like you can
Yeah,
walk.
it's right walking distance, yeah.
Wait a minute. kind of down the street, sort of like down the street in the right turn.
Yep.
Like, yeah.
You do
Uh,
one zigzag.
yeah. So it's, 21st to the 23rd Masters. That's at the convention center. 24th through 26th. That's everybody else.
Hmm.
Teenage, adaptive, and
Yes.
individual. Okay. So, I mean, as long as, here's what I don't want. Okay. And I don't know how they're going to make it happen. Uh, is, and it looks like since they're using the same venue, it won't. But as long as you don't have masters competing at the same time as individuals,
Mm.
or adaptive compete, so that you don't split that audience, right? Like that's the problem.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing that you need to keep in mind here too, at least for the age groups, now, I don't know since adaptive and teenagers are going on at the same time as the individuals. But just because you're putting them all in the same place does not mean they're all going to be broadcast at the same level. I have been told that it seems like, at least for the masters, they're kind of on their own and finding their own sort of way to stream that. Because, Tommy, as you know, when you start doing all of these different competitions, that's more people, more hours, more equipment, more money. And it ain't cheap in San Jose anyway.
Yeah.
This place is the fourth most unaffordable city to live in the world.
Yeah.
So know what you're getting into when you come here. There's gonna be some sticker shock.
What's interesting though is that like, okay, a couple things, because I feel like we're kind of like almost getting back to what some of the issues that started the split in the first place. You know,
Exactly. That's the thing. It's like everyone wants it back together, but then you're like, oh yeah, that's why we didn't make this work.
but
But I do think that it is okay if the broadcast is different for individuals, and I guess teams, because I assume maybe it will be the same because it was last year, because I get
yeah,
it. That is the moneymaker. That's where the most eyeballs are. That's where a lot of the sponsorships come from. However, when I say that, I don't mean the other divisions or divisions should have the one still shot with the MC microphones. To me, that is not good enough. But I do think it's okay if there is some differences in quality and production value. But I think that there's still ways for it to be incredibly successful. And maybe that is the door that opens to give more people opportunities to do broadcasts, because you're having it all under one booth, and that's a great opportunity to train some people. And you're going to have all of the vendors there, you have everybody there, that you have a lot of resources. It's just
Yeah.
whether, the
well,
money is there too.
that's part of it too. I feel like you can leverage the infrastructure that is already in place there to give something that may be different, but at
Sure.
least feels like it's in the same family,
Yeah.
For
right?
sure.
Because that's the idea, right? Where
Like,
you're
maybe we
bringing,
don't have the spider cam and 6 different cameras, but maybe we have 3 really good ones.
yeah, and you're still getting a quality stream that's reliable because it's coming through the truck, it's coming through the same system.
Yeah.
Right.
And I mean, Sean, you remember this too, right? So in the Carson days, the Masters would go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday was when they would compete.
Mhm.
Individuals would have an event on Wednesday, then they'd have Thursday off, start Friday. Then one year they had an event Wednesday, then an event Thursday, and then they went the rest of the weekend. But what that also did is there was a separate crew or separate people that was responsible for handling masters, but they also got to use a lot of the same setups and stuff that was already in place well ahead of time and use that as a warm up for the venue and getting kind of everything squared away and
Mm.
sorted. And then when that team was done with the competition, they were done. So you weren't paying them any extra. And I think that it may not have to be that exact same way, but something similar, right? Like
Yeah.
because I think the extra step along the way that maybe kind of got it into the issue that we hit now is when we were in Madison and everything was going
That
simultaneously,
was the
and then
problem.
you had everything being ran up, the
Yeah.
bill being ran up simultaneously as well. So when you do have them separate but at the same place and at different times, I do think that gives you a little bit more leeway.
No, I would agree with that, and I think so. As far as I know, and as far as I've been told, since the Masters are going early, they're on their own for figuring that out since it's over at the convention center because there's no way they're gonna like pay for a bunch of other trucks to.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking of that.
So that's a different
Mm,
venue. But when you get to the SAP center, you're absolutely right. Like you could
yeah.
do something like that, but the problem that again you run into the fact that people have to run those cameras. People have to sit in the truck and do that, who might otherwise be taking a break. Now that doesn't mean it can't happen. Like you said, Lauren, you can go with game camera, one handheld, and then you can rotate people through. But
Yep.
what they're always at these things very leery of is running into overtime because that's where
Mhm.
the budget blows up at a geometric rate. Like it's like, oh crap.
Strict labor laws in California
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
um, yeah. Well, and the other thing, this just kind of popped into my head too. One of the reasons why, there was always the pros and cons, right, of splitting the masters off, keeping them separate, running them at different times. If you talk to any masters athlete, they'd be like, "Yeah, we kind of want to have our own stage, want to be able to live on our own." But it was also cool being a part of that same cohesive
yeah,
experience that the games
exactly.
were, like the grand stage. If you're not going to have the media output at the same level, and you're not even going to be at the same venue, do you do you still accomplish that by going to San Jose?
I don't know. I don't know. I think
I'm
I think
more play Yeah,
I think CrossFit's well. Let me say this. I think the individuals are getting more out of that than the masters because you're getting more people there, and then if they stick around, you're selling more tickets. So, and I don't know if you buy a masters ticket if that's good for the SAP. Probably not, since it's a different venue. Um, I don't know how that's going to work, but yeah, you do have a point. Like it is still a family and friends competition at that point, which is fine. Like again, the convention centers and the way that they pulled off the age group games this last year in Columbus, that was a great venue. Like it was
yeah,
fantastic. It was the right
yeah.
size, right amount of people. Like felt good. People were just were packed in there, and every
Mhm.
athlete we talked to was so happy to be there and so thankful to
Yeah,
see us doing stuff
yeah.
and they were great. And I think the fans had a good time. And as long as that's the expectation that it's going to be sort of friends and family, I think you're fine. But yeah, I do agree, Tommy, that the reason why you sort of want to ride on the coattails is because you get uh, some peripheral kind of attention, and you do kind of lose that when you go early in the week and you're not now.
At the same
Well,
at the same venue and
yeah,
setup and everything like that.
where
But,
they could fix that is if they did some sort of highlight stuff within the main broadcast, like, hey, this happened earlier in the week. Let's talk to if they're going to have some sort of desk show with just they haven't in the past because again, that's more money. Uh, but anyway, go ahead.
yeah, no, I was gonna say, I guess one benefit too is for sponsors activating, it's not 2 separate weekends and events that you have to go to.
Yeah.
So if they do a bigger vendor village experience at the convention center that lasts all week, in addition to what's set up at SAP, then there's the kind of blend.
Mhm.
But who is that necessarily benefiting the athletes as much? Hard to say.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't. It's. I mean, granted that area is cool, so it's nice that it's going to be downtown and walking around through the convention center. Go, good restaurants, San Pedro Square Market. It's great, but I'm just I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'm going back to the conversations that we had about, okay, well, like, what are the benefits of the masters and age group athletes being second fiddle, but in the same venue at Madison? You know, are we accomplishing either of those? Or are we still kind of straddling the middle a little bit?
I think we're straddling the middle, but it does get everybody. It does have more of a festival feel, and it gets everybody in the same place.
Yeah,
And Heather Lawrence said on the CrossFit podcast that that they are trying to make it the festival feel because that's been one of their biggest points of feedback from when we were
yeah,
at Madison, that it felt like
Mhm.
a festival. You had the beer garden, you had the experience where you could watch the games, on the monitor outside in the food court. And um yes, it's not perfect, but I do think it's a step in the right direction. And if you're thinking of people who are maybe traveling from the East Coast, I'm not going to wait to get there till Thursday. I'm probably going to come a couple days early. That would
that's a
potentially
good point.
bleed into the Masters. I'm going to go check that out. Or people who might be having their family vacation be at the beginning of that week and then, buy a ticket for one day at the Masters. And then, one day once everybody's together over the weekend with the individuals, teams, teens, adaptive. So I think it's better not perfect, but I do think that, especially for the 20th anniversary, getting
Mhm.
everybody together in one location, I do think that this was a really important move.
Well, here's the thing I think you also have to consider is that they're not putting Vendor Village in the SAP Center. Like, you can't do it. I
You
mean,
can't do it.
it's a big concourse. Like, you can fit booths and stuff there. Like, you can definitely do it. I mean, it's definitely
Would they
got
do it outside? Like a block party vibe?
there's a park that's kind of right there that they could maybe put it in. They could do it outside for sure. My thought was is if they, and it's not that far away, if they put all that stuff, this is kind of a bad idea. I guess,
Security's an issue with the park,
yeah,
I feel like.
if you put it in the convention center, that's too far, and then competition's not like that's you'd have to walk a long way between events to go there. So my hunch is
Like
you're,
at Texas or in Texas?
Yeah.
yeah, I wasn't
Did
there.
oh,
Oh,
you
yeah, I
didn't go there.
forgot you weren't
I
there,
remember
yeah.
yeah, it was like a 10-ish minute walk. Like, once you got there, it was great, but it wasn't something that you could say, "Oh, I'm gonna pop downstairs real quick and do this." You had to kinda
Yeah,
make an effort to
there
go.
are a couple like there's a bunch of parking. Like there is a park right next to um the SAP Center. There's a pretty big parking structure because isn't like Caltrain is right across the street where you can pick up Caltrain. They got that. Now they're
Mhm.
not going to give that up because they're still running trains, but
Yeah.
there's like that people still have to park and you know get their way up to San Francisco. But there are some places you could do it outside around there.
Mhm.
I think that park is probably the best bet. There's a couple other places too that are within walking distance that are good outdoor areas where they could put it.
Yeah, because 'cause I'm trying to think, we did you come with us, Sean? We went and watched the Do Action Sports Tour, there when they were hosting it, SAP.
I don't
Someone
think so.
from the games broadcast was working it behind the scenes, so we got
Oh
to,
wait, yeah, I did. I did go to that.
Mhm.
Is that a thing? Is that an SAP?
It was outside of SAP, and I'm trying to think of
Maybe
ho
I missed
where
it.
I'm trying to remember where in that footprint that they set it up, because that would make it more festival-like, and I wanna say it's maybe towards the southwest end of it. Everybody comes from, like, downtown and walks,
Yeah.
but from the other side on the Alameda, like, towards Santa Clara, I wanna say they set it up. I'd have to think about this again, my map's all messed up, but I wanna say there is a way to secure that and maybe do that.
I'm gonna
Uh,
swing by there. I think that park would be big enough
mhm.
to do it. I think you could put it there. I mean, yeah, I don't know where you stick like the giant tents, like Rogue always has a huge footprint. I don't know if you could fit that there, but you could fit most of it.
The other part is, like, is that gonna be cheap?
No, it's not gonna like, of course it's not. That's yeah, I don't know. I don't know what how they're gonna pull it off, but um I like the idea that they're bringing back all under one roof.
Mhm.
I've
For the
always
20th, definitely.
yeah, and listen, let's not forget, like the ranch is right down the road. You could maybe
How many
I think
miles is it?
what is
About?
it, like 30 maybe?
35 would be my guess.
Yeah, it's about a 45 minute. It's not even a 45 minute. Well, depending on traffic. Probably
Depends on
doing like 30.
honestly, going through Gilroy and Morgan Hill, it's a crapshoot
Yeah,
sometimes.
exactly. Got to hit it right. But I think it would be great if they gave every division a chance to maybe go to the ranch and do it.
That would be cool for the Masters.
Yeah, they should absolutely get a chance to do it. And that would be I think that'd be pretty awesome.
Most of the teens weren't alive.
No,
None of the teens were
forget
alive
those
when.
kids. They don't know what's going on. Yeah, they don't care. Yeah, you got to earn that right. You got
Yeah.
to wear some neoprene, unbalanced neoprene on your person in order to get the right to go to the ranch. Yeah, one elbow
Yeah.
sleeve, one knee sleeve, maybe a headband with some safety
Oh,
goggles. Like then, that's
Oh,
you're
yeah.
my people. You're doing that. Like get on the bus. We're going to Aromas.
everything's
You
secured
can
by
only go
Velcro.
Yeah.
if you've worn high knee socks, if you were part of that era.
Oh,
Oh, that era.
I
Yeah.
had lifter socks.
Those are you couldn't max deadlift without the long socks.
Oh no, you had to put
Mm-mm.
your lifter socks on. I had those striped ones. I think
Lifter
the Reebok.
socks.
Yeah, the lifter socks. That's
Yeah.
long ones. Oh yeah, that was a thing back in like 2012 to about 2014 maybe.
It
Yeah.
lasted too long, let's be honest.
I gotta bring it back, man. Let's bring it back. And then it was funny. I saw a buddy of mine was putting on the old school wrist wraps. I was like, man, haven't seen those in forever. He's like, yeah, I still use
Oh,
them. damn.
The
Wow.
ones that like black with maybe 2 red stripes and
Yeah.
they like go around a
Yeah,
couple
yeah,
times.
yeah.
Oh,
Yep, the
the
wrist
thumb hook.
like,
They're really
sheesh.
thick. Yeah, the thumb
Uh-huh.
hook. Oh my lord.
These did not have the thumb hook, but they were like he was full on wrap. I was like, damn, I have not seen those in a while. You, sir, need to mobilize. Warm up before we get into this workout. But yeah, so I think it'll be fun. I like the fact that they're bringing it all back, and it's going to be a good festival and atmosphere. And like you said, Tommy, there's great restaurants, bars within walking distance of the SAP Center. It's like you go
We love that.
under the overpass. You're right there in San Pedro Square. You've got bars and coffee shops lining the main drag there. There's hotels. There's all kinds of good stuff. So make sure that those, especially like the coffee joints, staff up. Anyone needs a good coffee recommendation, let me know. I got a couple good places that are downtown that are kind of off the beaten path, but are definitely worth it.
Oh, what? Maybe throw one out here. I'm curious.
Yeah, Nirvana Soul. You heard of them?
Oh, yeah, I have actually.
Go
Yeah.
try the ube latte. It is life changing.
Ube latte. What's that?
It is delicious, is what it is.
Have you ever ube
I don't
is
know what ube is.
a
You don't need to. It's like a fruit or something.
it's a
It's
fruit. Yeah,
it's
it's
fantastic.
like
Mhm.
it's like often when you have something that's ube, it's purple.
Mm-hmm.
Like they cut it's
Sounds
kind
like
of like
pig Latin.
it's it does actually. It's good. You see, like ube was kind of like the hot flavor thing, like flavoring thing, like back when people were doing like taro root or taro flavored stuff. It's kind of like an Asian drinks.
Yeah, I got ube pancake mix, man. It's good.
Mm.
Oh, wow. Really leaning in.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
well, congratulations to everybody. We're all going to be here in San Jose. For the 20
Woohoo! We can't wait.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's great. And what I would like to see, and this is assuming, which I don't want to do that, but if CrossFit were to bring back some sort of desk show, some sort
Mm.
of in between broadcast thing, give the masters their love, show what happened in the competition. That is now getting you to a bigger audience of people
Yeah.
who may not know that age group people compete here and may think that I'm too old to try this. And then they see, Jason Grubb rolling out there and they're like, oh man, if this guy can do it, what was he before he was a competitor? Wait, he was just an average dude. I
Yeah.
want to get into it.
Yeah.
But, show the highlights, tell the stories, get them on the desk, like get that out there. Same with the adaptive athletes, same with the teenagers. Like get that out there on the main broadcast. You've got it there. Just find a way to do it. All right. We can
Mhm.
work this out. Like it's not that hard. So all right. Anything else we need to cover? We got a shorter show here. I know it's a holiday, so we're just trying to keep it short and sharp.
Mm. I'm
No?
trying to think. No, nothing without cannibalizing one of my PRs or no
All
reps.
right. Well, let's jump in. Well, actually, do we have any community support?
We do. I actually have a
All
community
right. Hit
support.
me with that. Let's do that.
Yeah, for today. So, uh, this one is in support of CrossFit Cantonsville. So they're having what's called an Adaptive Day fundraiser. So they're partnering with Adaptive Athletics of Maryland to raise funds for the organization, and the CrossFit Cantonsville gym programming has had an adaptive athlete at the games the last 2 years. And overall, just talking with one of their members, they've made a really concerted effort to bring awareness to the needs of adaptive athletes. And they want to reach out to other athletes to provide training opportunities and nurturing good spaces to train for adaptive athletes. So they're trying to raise 5K by December 13th. It's about 10 days from now as we record, for equipment and certifications. So if you want to support, you can go to at CrossFit Cantonsville. That's at CrossFit and Cantonsville, CANTONSVILLE. Or you can look up Adaptive Athletics _MD on Instagram, and they have a shared post that has a QR code on it that has all the details on how you can support, and you can follow the directions there to donate. So if you're hearing this, you can also check our IG because we will have reposted that on our stories. So,
Cool.
yep.
If you guys have any community support you want to get help getting the word out on, please send it to us via our personal Instagram accounts or Talking Elite Fitness Instagram account. Send as many details as you possibly can because we want to make sure we're getting people to the right spot to get the people the help that they need. And then I'll just say this: look, holiday season. This is my community support. This is a fun time for a lot of people and a not so fun time for some people as well. Check in on your folks, man. Just break off a call
Mhm.
to someone you haven't talked to in a while. How you doing? What's going on? Just want to, make sure you're okay. You see someone that's down, go give them a hug. Like, this is the time to do it. It's can be lonely out there for a lot of people during the holidays. So just do me a favor, check in on your people. Like, just make it a goal to talk to somebody directly that once a day and just say, hey man, how you doing? What's up?
Mhm.
That would make me happy. So all right, PRs and no reps. You want to start with a no rep? I got a good no rep.
Yep.
Ooh, let's hear it.
I'm gonna no rep my stupid man brain. Um, I had
Ooh.
I
This
jacked
could be
my
good.
hip up doing like a running workout course. This was like a month and a half ago. I got some pretty bad pain in my hip, right?
Mm.
This is probably October, and then or early November. Then no, it was October. And then I gave it a rest, felt good. And then I ran again the other day, did an 800, felt okay. Then did the second one. I'm like, oh crap, here it goes, right? So what do? I sign up for the Silicon Valley Turkey Trot. I'm going to do
Oh
the 5K. I'm going to do the
no.
5K. And I bombarded this thing with ibuprofen and like CBD oil. It was feeling good. I'm like, all right, no pain, good to go. I'm out there like doing my turkey trot. And about 4 minutes in, it's like someone just shivved me with a freaking Bowie knife. And I was like, oh God, I can't do it. I couldn't do it. Like I could not. It was, it's like, and it still hurts. And there's like a lump on the side of my hip. It's like, bloop. So, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. But I got to hang out with my friends afterward. Got a couple good wobbly pops in me. So that was about it. But
Usually, whatever precedes shouldn't have done that
shouldn't
is
have done that.
usually at least a good story.
And now I'm in some pain, and I broke off a call to our good friend Ryan DeWitt. I'm like, hey man,
Mhm.
do I have
The
to worry
best.
about this? He's like, I don't know. The swelling concerns me. Is there any bruising? I'm like, no. And he goes, I don't think you have a tear, but see how it feels. Need to come in. You might just have some really bad tendonitis or a bursitis or something. But there's like literally a bump on the side of my hip. It's like, bloop. It's like,
Ooh.
poke it.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
So I can't run or jump right now. So that's don't sign up for the turkey trot, people. Nothing good comes of it.
Can't run or jump right now.
I
Couldn't
can't run.
before, still can't.
Still can't. Exactly. All right.
It's
So
like a Mitch Hedberg
yeah,
line.
that's my no rep. Yeah. I used to do
That's
drugs. I still
Still
do, but
do, but I
do
used
them.
to. Oh, it's do you have a no rep?
that's actually that's a pretty good segue into my no rep, and mine is peer pressure from friends, but
Ooh.
self-inflicted, not inflicted by them, because I signed up for a high rocks.
Yeah.
All
There you
right.
go.
No, guys, no. No, I said I wasn't gonna do it. I
Which
really
one?
don't wanna do it.
You'd be
The one
fine.
in
Just do it.
Phoenix. It's mixed
When?
pairs, which is even Phoenix, it's the last weekend of January.
That should have been the punishment for the two of you for Rogue Invitational. Go to a mixed pairs high rocks together. Dressed as
Partnering with Tommy? Hell freaking no. Like,
amazing.
Tommy would be walking while I'm running. That would be the pace.
You and I would have been a better pair there. We would just like lollygagging
Yes.
way through that run,
But the problem with okay, so here's the
Uh,
issue with mixed pairs. So not only do you have to do the run together, where I think with there's a division where like oh, maybe it's just okay, whatever. Now I'm talking myself into a hole because I actually don't know the rules. But I do know that we have to run together, and all of the weights go up for me because it's mixed pairs. So the
Mm,
sled push is like the women's pro weight.
you'll be fine.
yeah, you got that.
No, a
You're fine.
sled push. Guys, I
You're
am
low to the
strong at
ground.
things. Oh, no, no. I
You're
don't think you've seen me fail a sled push before. It's
Just get your
bad.
shoulders on it. Chris Spieler 2011 and just, head
Mhm.
down to you'll be fine.
But the running's gonna be
The running's gonna
real
suck.
bad.
You're gonna be fine
So
everything else. Yeah. All right. Tom, you got a no rep?
I am. I'm gonna no rep time.
Oh boy.
Um,
Magazine or the concept?
both. I don't know what
Right.
Time's been up to these days, but the concept because we celebrated a milestone for our son, and I blinked and I felt like that year went by
Yep. I told you, man.
very quickly,
The days are long, but the years go by fast.
and it was like, holy crap, what happened? So I'm slow down, please, slow
Mhm.
down, especially
Mhm.
well,
Mm.
speed up briefly because he's teething.
Oh God.
Get and it's he goes from like 0 to like 5 teeth and then 5 to like 10 teeth. So it's like bulk order teething.
My Lord.
Yeah. So that's my no rep.
All right. PRs. Back around the horn. You got a PR, Tommy?
I do. I got 2. First one, I'm going to PR Maximus Olson,
Nice.
the furry friend of Noah and
Furry
Joanne
friend of the show.
Olson and Oliver.
Mhm.
Noah posted to Instagram earlier that basically that last year, I want to say he had a cancerous tumor that caused his spleen to rupture, and they had to remove his spleen, and he was given like a
Yeah.
6-month prognosis, and he made it a full year, and he's still around, and obviously got to be a part of the birth of their first
That's what
kid,
I'm
and
talking
that
about,
whole
Maximus.
yeah, and his birthday falls around Thanksgiving, so it was kind of a gratitude post, which is pretty sweet, and Max is awesome. So,
Yeah.
big PR there.
All right.
Other
Good.
PR,
Great,
I was
great
gonna
guy.
PR Adrian Bosman. Did you see the
I
new
haven't.
CrossFit, like, commercial?
I haven't seen it. No.
It's
No, wait,
fantastic.
I haven't
I
either.
saw it, but I kind of like scrolled by it. I have to watch it. It was like a yeah, like a mindless
It
scroll.
it's pretty simple, but the concept, to me, it's awesome. It's part of what made CrossFit great in the early days too, is like leaning into some of the caricatures and
Stereotypes. Yeah.
yeah. And so the new branding campaign is like culture of CrossFit.
Ooh,
So
I
it's
like
like
that.
cult, and yeah,
I like
which is
that
great,
idea.
right?
Yeah.
Um, and it's Boz. It's like the ring camera of
Yeah.
Boz walking
I
up
saw
and being like, "Do you have some time to talk about like?" And he's basically like, you
that.
know, like one of the Mormon missionaries or whatever.
Yeah. One of the witnesses.
And there's a line that he delivers. She's like, "I noticed the dumbbell out front," and it's like if you've ever heard one of those pitches,
Oh
it's
yeah.
like
Yeah.
those kinds of things where they like try to wrap you in, and it's just perfect. Boz did an excellent job, and he's the perfect guy for that.
Oh,
And it's good. So bravo to him and whoever came up with that campaign and that ad. That's great.
that reminds me of my father. God rest his soul. He didn't take kindly to people knocking on the door. His emotional range was, angry to more angry. He was one of those men. And apparently, I don't know who it was, what sect they were from, but said he couldn't open the door because he had leprosy.
Oh my God, that's great.
And so they immediately took off. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Good job, Dad. All right, Lauren, you got a PR?
Guys, Stranger Things is so good.
Awesome.
I'm
Oh,
I'm gonna cry when it's over. I wish that I
man.
knew about it sooner.
They're
Well, I
really
did know
tying
about
it
it, but
all up too. Like there's some stuff like, oh, I thought we forgot about that, and they didn't. Yeah, it's I watched
I'm all
3 and
caught
4
up and it's
back the other night.
it's so good.
Yeah,
So good.
yeah, I was up in
So I'm
Sac.
PRing that show and you guys for
Oh, dude,
recommending it.
yeah, that show's amazing. It's so good. I'm gonna. You know what? It's time to end it though. Like it is. I looked at old Will Byers. I'm like, okay, when you were in this, we first saw you, you were like 9,
He's like a
Yeah.
and
baby, and now he's like
now you can run for Congress. Like we watched these kids grow up.
he is the godparent of Millie Bobby Brown's kid.
Unreal. Yeah,
So
it's a great show though. It's been one of those where it's like, yeah, you put that in the Hall of Fame. Like that one never jumped the shark.
mhm,
It's just yeah.
love it.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll double up on that PR. Stranger Things has been a blast to watch. So, all right. And you know what? Here's the thing. I'm gonna PR CrossFit for bringing everybody back together, getting the band back together in San Jose. It's gonna be
Yep.
it's
I
gonna be
like
a lot
it.
of fun. Like I think people are once you get over the sticker shock, you're gonna have a good time. There's a lot of like good stuff here. So
Yeah,
Start saving now.
yeah,
hotels won't be cheap, maybe some Airbnbs, I
neither
don't
will the
know.
coffee. Like it's gonna be like
Oh,
7 bucks.
yeah. Just don't go to Blue Bottle.
Oh my God, Josh Pirtle.
What's that?
Remember
Okay. Yeah, the coffee
you
shop
had it?
came to, like, remember when I came and I met you at that coffee shop in Los Gatos?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's Blue
wait, it
Bottle
was
Coffee.
so good. I wanna go
It is,
back.
but their best drink is $9, and then Josh
I
Pirtle,
know.
Fluffy Duck, turned me on to that, and I went in there and I was like, "Dude, I hate you now. Like, I have to
Yeah,
buy this," and I just cry every time the bill comes, but
yeah.
it's good, so
Lauren, our 3 drinks that we ordered was like $39.95.
oh, dude, it's nuts. So, all right, uh,
Oh god.
that is going to do
Gonna
it for
start a
today.
GoFundMe account.
There you go. Go fund me, if you know what I mean, so I can go have some fun.
Mhm.
That's it for today. Thanks for watching.
That was
Thanks for
bad.
listening, everybody. We're gonna end
That
on that
was
awful
bad.
joke. For Laura, it's late. For Lauren Khalil and Tommy Marquez, I'm Sean Woodlands. Take care of each other. Be better. And we'll talk to you guys next time.